There is a rhythm to life that most people never hear, a pattern beneath the noise, a current beneath the chaos. We call it fate, destiny, alignment, divine timing. But the truth is simpler and harder. The universe is precise. It never moves too early, never moves too late. And when it is about to shift everything for you, it sends signs. Not obvious ones, not neon lights or easy guarantees. The universe speaks in riddles, in whispers, in collapses that feel like endings but are really beginnings. And if you miss them, you think you are being destroyed. But if you understand them, you realize this is the preparation. This is the signal. This is the storm before the crown. Carl Jung once wrote, "There is no coming to consciousness without pain." The universe knows this. That is why, before it happens for you, before the breakthrough, before the arrival, before the moment everything aligns, the universe will test you, strip you, and remake you. The first thing it sends is collapse. Something falls apart. A job dissolves, a relationship ends, an identity you've lived in for years suddenly cracks. Collapse feels like betrayal, but it is the doorway. Because what you are about to step into cannot be carried by the version of you that clung to what is now crumbling. The universe removes what cannot travel with you. Collapse is the announcement that a new life is forming. Then comes silence. The noise fades, people pull back, the crowd thins. You look around and realize you are walking alone. This silence feels like exile, but it is initiation. For the first time, without voices clouding your head, you begin to hear your own. Jung said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens." Silence forces you inside, and inside is where the preparation takes place. After silence comes repetition. The same cycles, the same heartbreaks, the same betrayals appear again and again. You rage against them. You say, "Why am I cursed? Why am I stuck in this loop?" But the loop is training. The unconscious repeats until you learn. It is not curse, it is instruction. The same pattern continues until you finally face it, integrate it, break it. That is how the universe knows you are ready. Then restlessness arrives, an unbearable hunger in your chest. The life you tolerated yesterday now feels like poison. Mediocrity burns against your skin. You ache for something more, though you cannot yet name it. That ache is destiny pressing through. The soul knows when the cage is too small. The irritation, the dissatisfaction that is not failure. It is a knock of transformation. And when you open the door to that knock, synchronicity floods in. Coincidences that cannot be coincidences. You think of someone, and they call. You long for guidance, and it appears in a stranger's words. You envision a path, and suddenly the pieces align. Jung called it meaningful coincidence, the psyche colliding with the outer world. This is the universe conspiring with you. This is alignment taking form. But do not be deceived. Synchronicity is always followed by opposition. As soon as the doors open, resistance rises. People doubt you. Circumstances block you. Chaos tests you. This is not rejection. This is the threshold guardian. Every myth has it. The dragon at the gate, the trial before the treasure. Opposition is proof you are close. The bigger the destiny, the greater the test. The universe asks, will you endure? Will you rise even when everything pushes back? If you endure, clarity pierces through, not clarity of the whole path, the universe never gives that, but clarity of the next step. And that single step shines like fire. You know it, feel it, cannot deny it. That step becomes your compass. And with every move, the path unfolds. Then comes fire, a surge of energy, hunger, drive. You wake with vision, you work with force, you move with intensity that surprises even you. This is syphoria, the intoxication of alignment. You are no longer pushing yourself forward. Something larger is pulling you. The fire is not random, it is destiny made visible inside you. And once you burn, peace arrives. Not shallow peace, not comfort, but the deep peace of inevitability. Even when storms rage, you feel steady. Even when chaos swirls, you feel guided. Because you know it is happening. Not someday, not maybe now. Finally, inevitability takes hold. You are no longer deciding. You are being carried. The river has broken through the dam. What once felt impossible now feels unavoidable. You are no longer asking if, you are living in when. This is the final signal. The universe has moved, and it has moved for you. So, if you are in collapse, do not despair. If you are in silence, do not quit. If you are stuck in repetition, do not curse it. If you are restless, do not numb it. If synchronicities appear, do not dismiss them. If opposition rises, do not retreat. If fire burns, do not fear it. If peace comes, trust it. If inevitability grips you, surrender to it. Because all of this means only one thing. It is close. It is coming. It is about to happen for you. The universe has already decided. When the universe is about to shift everything for you, it sharpens your mind first. Not by giving you answers, but by drowning you in questions. You begin to see cracks in the life you once defended. You ask yourself why you tolerate what starves your soul. You wonder why you keep repeating the same patterns. You grow restless with your own excuses. This is not confusion, it is awakening. The mind is being rewired. The illusions you once believed without hesitation now feel like chains. You are learning to question, and questioning is the beginning of freedom. Mindset is the battlefield. Those who see collapse as destruction fail. Those who see collapse as preparation rise. Those who see silence as abandonment despair. Those who see silence as initiation endure. Destiny is not given to the strongest, but to those whose minds can carry it without breaking. Belief follows mindset. Belief is the thread you hold when everything else is gone. The universe will strip you of certainty. It will let people doubt you, let doors close, let storms rage, and it will ask, what do you believe now? Do you believe you are cursed, or do you believe you are chosen? Do you believe the silence means nothing, or do you believe it is carving meaning? Belief is the anchor in the flood. Clarity comes next, but it is never gentle. Clarity often feels like disillusionment. You see people for who they really are, and it hurts. You see your own habits, and they disgust you. You see your own cowardice, and it shames you. But this is holy, because clarity without pain is illusion. The pain is proof that the truth has arrived, and truth, once seen, cannot be unseen. And from clarity rises vision. Vision is not fantasy. Fantasy is escape. Vision is demand. Vision is not what you wish would happen. It is what you know must happen. It is the image that grips you, the fire that pulls you, the glimpse of what your soul came here to build. Vision terrifies you because it is larger than your current life, and that is the point. Purpose ignites when vision matures. Purpose is not about comfort or validation or applause. Purpose is about carrying something so heavy it could break you, yet refusing to drop it. Purpose is what makes you rise when you are exhausted. It is what makes you endure storms without quitting. It is what makes you burn with fire when others settle into mediocrity. Purpose is the burden that becomes the blessing. But purpose without discipline is chaos. The universe will test you here. It will ask, can you keep showing up when no one is watching? Can you honor your vision when comfort tempts you back into sleep? Can you hold the fire without burning yourself? Discipline is devotion. It is proof that you value your calling enough to bleed for it. Action is the proof of discipline. The universe will open doors, but it will not drag you through them. You must step, you must risk, you must move. Action is how you tell the universe, I am serious, I am ready. Without action, synchronicity dies. With action, synchronicity multiplies. Gratitude is the guardrail. Without it, success corrupts. Without it, you think you did this alone. Without it, you forget the fire that forged you. Gratitude is the medicine that keeps pride from poisoning you. To thank the storms, to thank the silence, to thank the collapses that stripped you. Gratitude transforms pain into power. Then comes adaptability. The universe is alive. It shifts, it bends, it surprises. If you are rigid, you break. If you are fluid, you rise. Adaptability is not betrayal of purpose, it is loyalty to it. It is saying, I will bend to carry more light. I will shift to hold more fire. I will expand to embody what destiny demands of me. Resilience is born here, because the tests never stop. Even after alignment, storms return. Even after clarity, obstacles rise. Even after peace, chaos knocks. But resilience means you no longer collapse. You no longer shatter. You bend, you burn, but you rise again. Each storm leaves you sharper, harder, stronger, and learning seals the circle. Destiny is not a final destination. It is a path. Every collapse was a teacher. Every silence carried wisdom. Every storm carved strength. Every synchronicity was instruction. The universe is not handing you prizes. It is shaping you into a vessel of fire. This is why, right before it happens for you, the universe sends collapse, silence, repetition, restlessness, synchronicity, opposition, clarity, fire, peace, inevitability. And on top of them, it demands mindset, belief, vision, purpose, discipline, action, gratitude, adaptability, resilience, and learning. Because what is coming is not small. What is coming is not comfort. What is coming is destiny, and destiny will break you if you are not ready. That is why the universe sharpens you first. So if you feel lost, if you feel tested, if you feel burned, rejoice. It means you are close. It means the signal has already been sent. It means the universe has already chosen you. And soon, very soon, what you have carried in silence will erupt into reality, because it is about to happen for you. When the universe is about to move for you, it does not ask if you are ready. It decides. And when it decides, everything accelerates. Time bends, patterns converge. People arrive who could not have been planned. The road twists, yet somehow every step lands exactly where it must. This is not luck. This is inevitability. But inevitability is heavy. That is why so many collapse under it. They dream of destiny as a crown of gold, when in truth it is a crown of fire. Fire does not flatter you. Fire consumes you. Fire burns away the fragments of who you were, until only the whole, unshakable self remains. Carl Jung called this individuation the soul's demand to be whole. The process of burning through illusion, integrating shadow, facing what you fear most until nothing in you is left unseen. Individuation is not luxury. It is necessity. Because if you are fractured, destiny destroys you. But if you are whole, destiny becomes your weapon. This is why the universe sharpens you with collapse, why it starves you in silence, why it repeats lessons until you are sick of yourself, why it drags you through exile, through storms, through the fire of opposition. Because every scar is armor, every lesson is a blade, every silence is a crown of endurance. And when the universe sees you no longer curse the fire, but thank it, then it knows you are ready. What shows up then is not small. It is not comfortable. It is vast. It is the very thing your soul came here to carry, the vision you feared because it was too large, the purpose you resisted because it was too heavy, the people you longed for, but could not meet until you became their equal. Destiny never meets you where you are weak. It waits until you are forged, and then it descends with weight. This is why opposition always rises before the breakthrough, because the universe must prove. Will you hold the fire without flinching? Will you carry responsibility without complaint? Will you keep walking even when the crown burns against your skin? And if you do, something shifts. The struggle does not vanish, but you are no longer afraid of it. You no longer pray for ease. You no longer beg for shortcuts. You embrace the storms because you know they are shaping you. You carry the silence because you know it deepens you. You welcome the fire because you know it is refining you. That is sovereignty. That is the moment the universe was waiting for. Because sovereignty means you are no longer ruled by fear, no longer tossed by circumstance, no longer broken by loss. You stand as your own axis. You move as your own force. You burn without apology. And from that place, the universe sends alignment. The right people appear. The right doors open. The vision that haunted you ignites with clarity, and it does not feel like surprise. It feels like recognition, because you were always meant for this. This is what the universe sends right before it happens for you. Collapse, silence, repetition, restlessness, synchronicity, opposition, clarity, fire, peace, inevitability. It sends mindset, belief, vision, purpose, discipline, action, gratitude, adaptability, resilience, and learning. It sends every storm, every scar, every exile, not to punish you, but to prepare you. Because what is coming will demand all of you. And now, finally, you are ready. So when the signs flood your life, when synchronicity surrounds you, when fire ignites in your chest, do not hesitate. Do not wait for permission. Do not ask if you are worthy. The universe would not have sent the signal if you were not. Step into it. Claim it. Become it. Because it is not random. It is not luck. It is not accident. It is destiny. And it is about to happen for you. The universe never delays. It is not cruel. It is precise. Every collapse was scheduled. Every exile was necessary. Every silence was timed. Every fire was exact. You think you wandered. You think you were lost. You think you wasted years. But the universe wastes nothing. You were not being punished. You were being prepared. Prepared to hold what weak hands could never carry. Prepared to see what blind eyes could never recognize. Prepared to walk where untested hearts could never endure. And now it is close. Because right before it happens for you, the universe sends intensity. Storms that feel unbearable, restlessness that keeps you awake at night, synchronicities that feel too sharp to dismiss, people entering or leaving with brutal precision. The acceleration is proof. You are no longer waiting for destiny. You are being pulled into it. Carl Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. That is why the universe dragged you into collapse so you would stop sleepwalking. That is why it forced silence so you would hear yourself. That is why it repeated lessons so you would face your shadow. And that is why, right before it happens, it sends the storm, because the storm is the final cleansing. Do not mistake the storm for rejection. The storm is initiation. The storm is the universe's way of stripping the last fragments of illusion, so that when destiny arrives, you stand whole, unshaken, sovereign. This is the secret few understand. Destiny does not feel like fantasy when it arrives. It feels like inevitability, like recognition, like breathing air you have been starved of your entire life. It does not feel like new, it feels like home. So what shows up right before it happens for you? People leaving so space is made. Doors closing so new ones align. Storms rising so you are sharpened. Opportunities testing so you prove your worth. Synchronicities multiplying so you know you are guided. Restlessness burning so you cannot go back to sleep. And then suddenly clarity, fire, peace, inevitability. The world bends and you know it is happening. But when it does, remember this. The universe is not giving you something new. It is awakening what has always been yours. You were not waiting for it. It was waiting for you. This is why, right before it happens for you, everything feels heavy. because you are being crowned with fire, and fire always burns before it becomes light. But if you endure, if you trust, if you rise, you will step into a life that feels so precise, so undeniable, so exact that you will laugh at the years you thought were wasted. You will realize every exile was sacred, every silence was holy, every collapse was necessary, because the universe was never late. It was always exact. And now it has decided. It is about to happen for you. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now, so step forward. Burn, rise, become. Because the universe sends a storm right before the crown. And your crown is waiting. Do you feel it? That quiet, insistent pull at the core of your being, a voice that says, something is coming and you must rise to meet it. This is no mere longing. This is the unconscious stirring. This is Jung's shadow whispering in the dark, demanding you confront what you have denied. The hidden power, the unclaimed purpose, the unbroken will inside you. Every pain you endured, every betrayal you survived, every failure you thought marked the end. These were the universe's instruments. They are not punishments. They are precise strikes of alchemy, forging a mind so resilient it cannot be bent, a heart so fierce it cannot be broken, a spirit so luminous it cannot be dimmed. You have walked through modern slavery of the soul, the chains of expectation, the cages of social convention, the slow suffocation of mediocrity, and now you are emerging. You are emerging not because the world has given you permission, but because the universe has demanded it. This is the pattern. Every time the universe prepares to crown a human, it first strips them bare. The world tests them with the brutal indifference of history. You see, Nietzsche understood this. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. Not as a cliché, but as law. Not as philosophy, but as inevitability. Pain is the hammer. Fire is the sculptor. And your essence, your raw, unshakable essence, is the diamond hidden in the coal. Look closely at the synchronicities around you, the timing of meetings, the abrupt departures, the doors that slam in your face. These are not coincidences. They are the universe's grammar. Every ending is a comma, every obstacle a colon, every storm a semicolon. The story is being written in code, and the code is pointing to one thing. Your ascension is imminent. And yet, fear will rise. The storm will rage. The old self will scream for comfort, for safety, for the illusion of stability. But remember, the universe does not crown those who cling to the familiar. It crowns those who embrace chaos, who lean into uncertainty, who walk willingly into the storm with eyes wide open. You are being called to a new consciousness, to a life where clarity is unshakable, where vision pierces the fog, where action flows without hesitation, to a life where your discipline becomes art, your gratitude becomes a shield, your adaptability becomes an unstoppable force. History is filled with those who answered the call. Hercules, chained to impossible tasks, emerged immortal. Prometheus stole fire and endured eternal torment, but humanity gained light. And you, in your own way, are standing at the threshold of your own myth, ready to bear the fire that will illuminate everything you touch. Do not misinterpret this as a promise of comfort. The universe does not gift comfort. It gifts truth. It gifts power. It gifts clarity. And the first taste is always bitter. But when you taste it, you will know. This is the substance of life, raw and uncompromised. Every choice you have made has led to this point. Every compromise, every risk, every lonely night, every heartbreak, it was all preparation. The universe has been drafting you for this moment. Like a sculptor shaping a statue from marble, it has chipped away the excess, revealing the form that was always there, hidden beneath distraction and fear. And now, right before it happens, the universe sends unmistakable signals. Restlessness that keeps you awake, intuition that cannot be ignored, opportunities that appear almost violently, challenges that test every fiber of your being. This is not random. This is precision. This is the universe aligning the stars around your singularity. Stand tall. Do not flinch. The storm is not a threat. It is an invitation. It is the final rite of passage. It is the world saying, "Are you ready to become what you were always meant to be?" And if you answer yes, not in words, not in thought, but in absolute commitment, the crown will fall into your hands. Not a crown of gold, but a crown of power, a crown of clarity, a crown of inevitability, a crown that whispers, "You endured, you became, you are ready." The universe never hesitates. It never misaligns. And when the crown is placed, you will look back at the storm and laugh. Not at its cruelty, but at its brilliance. It was the forge, it was the fire, and now you are indestructible. You feel it, don't you? That undeniable surge within, a force so ancient and relentless that it cannot be denied, cannot be postponed, cannot be ignored. The universe has spoken. It has whispered, nudged, tested, and trembled, all to bring you here to this threshold between who you were and who you are destined to become. And now it offers nothing less than total alignment. Every fear you carried, every shadow you hid from, every wound you believed would never heal, they have all led you to this exact moment. You realize now that they were not obstacles, but instruments. Instruments to sharpen your vision, to steady your heart, to forge your spirit into something indomitable. The signs that arrived were never random. They were not coincidences. They were the universe marking your readiness, preparing the world for the force you are about to unleash. And as the tremors settle and the air thickens with the scent of inevitability, you step forward, fully awake, fully alive, fully present. This is not just opportunity. This is destiny. This is not just transformation. This is transcendence. You no longer stumble in the shadows. You do not hesitate at the edge. You do not whisper to yourself in doubt. You rise, fully conscious of your power, fully aware of your worth, fully surrendered to the flow that carries you toward greatness. And as you move, the universe moves with you. Every door that was locked begins to open. Every obstacle that seemed insurmountable dissolves before your clarity. Every person, every circumstance, every moment aligns to meet you where you are, not because you asked, not because you pleaded, but because you became ready. You are no longer the same person who waited, who doubted, who feared. You are the person the universe was preparing all along. You are the fire, the storm, the calm, the awakening. And now you step into your life fully, with courage unshakable, vision unclouded, and purpose undeniable. This is the moment the universe promised. The moment you were being trained, tested, refined for. The moment you claim not just what is yours, but who you were always meant to be. Step forward. Step fully. Step without fear. Because the universe is no longer sending whispers, it is moving. And when you answer, when you act, when you rise, nothing will ever be the same again. Your time is now. The universe waits for nothing, but it has waited for you.